First up tonight, Target 8 is hearing from former inmates who managed to break out of their cells at the Kent County Jail to rescue a guard being attacked.
Those inmates talk with Target 8 investigator Marley Ginter. Marley?
Brian and Sue, you'll want to hear what they had to say. We first showed you some alarming security concerns at the jail revealed in the internal investigation last week. New tonight, we're hearing from those who were on the inside about just how secure the jail is.
You may not escape the Kent County Jail, but several inmates proved they can break out of their cells.
I mean, when I first seen the first two guys, I'm like, wow, we can get out of here? How'd they get out, you know?
Former inmate George Eisen walked me through what happened September 14th, 2012, the night Willie Williams nearly choked Deputy Jacqueline Rodriguez to death trying to escape. Eisen and several others broke out of their cells to stop Williams. Target 8 obtained the jail's internal investigation, showing several inmates even made it to the control panel.
They're just hitting button after button. I mean, they're not letting anybody out because they're not hitting the buttons right, but they're just, you know, they're just jabbing buttons.
But Eisen, a trustee at the time, even knew what button to push to open the doors.
I watched them push that button a million times, you know. I knew exactly which button it was.
Is that a concern that you knew what button to push?
I mean, no, because I was a trustee. That's why I was a trustee, because they felt that I could be trusted, which I could, you know.
But bottom line, inmates are supposed to be able to be locked into their cells.
I can tell you the jail is very secure. It operates as it's supposed to. There is no concern for safety to the community. Our jail is very secure and very well run with the policies and procedures that we have in place.
Under Sheriff John Hess told me there have been security changes, but he wouldn't talk specifics. He confirmed his office conducted its own investigation, deciding not to call in a third party.
Your office can certainly look at everything and see what changes need to be made. But wouldn't an outside organization need to come in to look at this?
That was not necessary in this case, no.
Because some of these things were of concern, but you don't think an outside agency needed to come in?
No.
Another former inmate sat in our news van agreeing to talk only if we concealed his identity. He explained just how simple it was to get out of his cell and how dangerous that is for a lone guard.
It was easy. It was just a couple kicks and it flew right open.
Do you think the Kent County Jail is secure?
Not with something like that just happening like that. I don't think it is. There should be more than one guard on the floor.
We even discussed it a couple times, like, you know, she really shouldn't be in. She's pretty much the worst of the worst in the jail. We're in this pod, you know.
Rodriguez had bruises all over her body, swelling in her neck and tongue. A year later, a captain and lieutenant interviewed her about what happened. Days later, she was fired. During the interview, the lieutenant pointed out Rodriguez wasn't working with anybody, going on to say guards rely on the job training, basically trial and error.
Has the department changed policies on training, supervision?
As a result of this incident?
Yes.
No, we've made no specific changes.
Should there be changes?
Again, this was investigated, and we have not made any changes in that area as a result of this.
And the former inmates I spoke with don't think anyone's breaking out of the jail, but they are thankful they were able to escape their cells to save a deputy's life.
I've seen her in court a couple times, and every time I see her, she says thank you. So just for that, it was worth it, you know.
If we all just sat there and didn't kick the door open, she'd be dead somewhere.
I mean, it's one thing to kick the door and get out of your cell in the pod, but once you're out of that, I know you can't get out of that jail.
Williams is serving between 80 and 160 years for attacking Rodriguez. The undersheriff says inmates are placed in housing areas based on their risk and needs, and that they're careful about where they place them.